Hey gang, welcome to another edition of Doc's Dumpster, where it's a review of the movie Robot Wars. It's the year 2041. America has been ravaged by the Great Toxic Gas Scare of 1993, and there is a whole lot of desert. Well, in order to pretty much get from one spot to another, you have to climb inside of that little scorpion thing right there and take a little tour through the desert. Because, well, I guess you just can't breathe in the desert, which makes a lot of sense because it's hotter than 100,000 jalapenos in the desert. Our main hero of the movie is named Drake, and his assistant buddy co-pilot Stumpy are operating the Scorpion. And Drake, of course, has a love interest named Lita. They really hit it off at first. Okay, no they don't. And a Chinese general winds up visiting, and he has an interest in the robots. But of course, it turns out he's the villain of this whole thing, and his name is Wally. It's from Charles Band, folks. So, you know, great names and dialogue are not one of his better suits in these movies. But Wally turns out to be the villain. He winds up holding the hostage, the Scorpion tour robot, until eventually Drake gets into another robot that was buried under a lot of sand, and they go at it, and of course Drake wins and saves the lives of, well, almost everybody in the Scorpion tour thing. One of the passengers wanted out and he fell, although when he opened it up it looked like they were in outer space, so figure that part out. So Drake and Lita wind up together. Hip hip hooray. There's been an argument for many, many years to say whether this was really a sequel to Robot Jox. Some say it is, some say it's not. There are some slight similarities, but different characters between that one and this one. So, I don't know, make your own judgment call on that one. But the big question is, does Robot Wars belong in a dumpster? Well, if you saw my review of Robot Jox, then you obviously know the answer to this one. I don't think it does. I have to kind of admit the robot effects in this one were actually a little bit better. Sure, there were a lot of different characters in this one, and it's just another really corny movie. Drake, you're not really 100% sure if he's supposed to hate the guy or like the guy. In fact, there's one part of the movie where the passengers, the tourists, whatever you want to call them, are going through a town, and they walk to a movie theater where it's playing something like Puppet Master 47 or something like that, and I kind of laughed at that. And like I said, it's an enjoyable movie. There was a supposed sequel to Robot Jox called, I think it was called Crash and Burn. But, I mean, it looks kind of similar to Robot Jox, but I don't know. I've actually seen some DVDs that actually have this one and Robot Jox on sort of a double feature DVD. I mean, I have to admit that, you know, the first one of this series, it seemed to take itself pretty seriously, and it's considered a cult classic. This one, not quite as violent, not quite as many, I guess you could say, sad moments in this one. It's goofy, it's silly, and I really enjoyed it. I'm not even sure if it even really went to theaters or not. I think it just went right straight to video. And for you kids out there who don't know what video is, ask your mom and dad. And they'll probably tell you the great story of how we used to sit around watching VHS tapes before DVDs came along, and downloadable videos and all this other stuff. But there you guys have it, a review of Robot Wars. Like I said, check it out if you haven't. And if you have seen it, please leave me a comment down below about what you think about it. And if you like my videos, always feel free to subscribe. And if you got a movie that you think belongs in a dumpster that hopefully wasn't in a war with another dumpster, although that might be kind of cool, send it my way and I will get on it ASAP. Thank you guys so very, very much for watching. And until next time, as always, stay strong and rock on.